Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the 2025 Reentry Awareness Month, Building Pathways Home Housing Summit. Can we just start off? This is great energy for Monday morning. Can we just give you an applause? I applaud all of you. If you don't know, my name is Simeon Best. I serve as the Director of the Office of Reentry for Cuyahoga County. This summit, strategically held during our inaugural Reentry Awareness Month, marks a pivotal moment in our commitment to supporting justice-impacted individuals. What began as a week dedicated to raising awareness has now expanded into a month-long celebration and initiative, and it underscored the urgency of providing tangible, immediate support and heightened awareness. At this event, we are not just talking about solutions, we are delivering them, offering the ability to award housing assistance to individuals who need it most. This summit represents more than just a gathering. It is a bold statement of our unwavering dedication to uplifting those who have been incarcerated, empowering them to rebuild their lives with stability and dignity. Together, we are creating pathways to a future where every individual has a place to call home. So before we begin with our welcoming remarks, we're going to have our special guests who are here, County Executive, our Councilman, CSU representation. Just want to say that today's summit is being presented by the Cuyahoga County Office of Reentry in partnership with Cuyahoga County District 10 Councilman Michael Hauser and City of Cleveland Ward 5 Councilman Richard Starr. Please join me in thanking the core planning team for making this event happen today. If you were part of any of the planning for today's event or serving as a panelist or presenter, we're going to ask that you would stand if you were involved with this planning or if you're a presenter today. Please stand. Are they all out? Let's give them a hand. Anyway, we appreciate the support from everyone. Throughout the morning portion of this event, you will have an opportunity to write down your questions and comments to our presenters. After the opening program, we invite you to engage in a healthy dialogue with our presenters and speakers and to take full advantage of the knowledge, expertise, and lived experience we have in the room today. We ask that you use the note card provided at your seat to write down your questions or comments. A member of our team will be around to collect them. We will compile all the questions and send an email with responses to those who have them. If there are any media partners here today, we ask that you reach out to Camille Hendricks. She's in the back with her hand up if you want to speak with any or interview any of the presenters. And now let's move on. We will hear words of welcome from our partners and sponsors who help make today possible and to celebrate the reason we are joined here today. They're going to come in this order. Carolyn Brering Jacobs. She's the Associate Dean in College of Law here. Then it'll be our County Executive, Chris Ronay. Then you will hear from our Councilman, Cuyahoga County Councilman, Mike Hauser. Then City of Cleveland Councilman, Richard Starr. Let's receive them in that order.
Thank you, Simeon. What a great way to start my Monday morning, to come into the building with energy and enthusiasm and people committed to such an important mission. On behalf of the Cleveland State University College of Law, on behalf of our entire community, I welcome you to the Building Pathways Home Housing Summit. Now, our mission here at the law school, if you could see behind this screen or if you peeked under it, you'd see the words learn law, live justice. Learn law, live justice is the mission of this law school. And we see that mission as a call to use our knowledge and our skills to build a more just community. That mission comes to life through events like today's summit happening in this building. It also comes to life through the work of this law school's Pardon, Clemency, and Reentry Clinic, which also supports individuals seeking a second chance. We are proud to join with all of you during Cuyahoga County's inaugural Reentry Awareness Month to help build stronger pathways home. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for your good work. Welcome and enjoy the space. I hope that today is a productive and fruitful day for all of you. And now I'm pleased to turn things over to County Executive Chris Renee.
Well, again, to our Dean, thank you for hosting us here at Cleveland Law School. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's really an honor to be here. I studied right across the street at the Levin College of Urban Affairs, and it's good to be here at the Cleveland Law School today. Thanks again for hosting us. When I was at Cleveland State, we at Levin and the Law College, we had a nexus really between two issues, and it was housing and justice. And I think that's what we're here today about. It's about housing and justice. And I want to say it has been my honor to work with Cuyahoga County on the matters of housing and justice. We started a new Department of Housing. It seemed like it took a minute to get there, but we needed to have a dedicated Department of Housing that Sarah Parks Jackson now runs as director. And we also really live not to build a jail as much as build a better justice system. And I see some of my team members from Cuyahoga County out here today. That's what we're all trying to do, is build a better justice system. And the work of the Reentry Department, and I thank Simeon and Camille Ware, I thank you guys for what you're doing with Reentry. We're not just celebrating anymore Reentry Week, now it's Reentry Month, but frankly, every month is Reentry Month because we have some 20,000 citizens returning into our community every year in Cuyahoga County. And as persons return into community, we need to give everybody the first leg up, right? If you're going to get that second chance, and as some have said, my first chance, we need to give you the tools to actually succeed, right? So I think this work of reentry to make this a real go, a housing assistance program. And I want to congratulate the recipients who will be named later today for receiving this and for staying with it and for reentering with purpose in our community. So, you know, more than 40 persons booked into the county jail come in with being either currently in a situation of being unhoused or previously experiencing homelessness in their lives. When we think about that, that counseling has to begin upon entry so that upon re-entry, persons have a shot at matriculating and getting that home and getting that job, getting that transportation to work and getting back on their feet. So I guess from Cuyahoga County, we salute everybody who's here for being about housing and justice and seeing that nexus, that with housing comes justice, right? With work comes justice. And with care comes justice. And that's what we try to do at a Cuyahoga County that actually does care and our culture of caring. I want to thank my council partners, Councilman Michael Hauser, for his just hitting the ground running in his new job. Thank you, Councilman, for the great job you're doing. He's back, he boomeranged back, and we're so glad to have him back. And to Councilman Richard Starr, great to be in your neighborhood, great to be in your ward. And our focus and purpose with Richard on what he's doing in his ward. We have probably the highest concentration of poverty, and there's no correlation. There's obviously a direct correlation of poverty and unfortunately entry into our justice system, but we don't have to recidivate if we work together to see a better justice system through housing provisions and other things that help people actually with that second chance get on their feet. So it's an honor to be here today. I was thrilled coming in to see the housing fair that's going on outside. I do encourage you to walk the tables and see about options, and especially those of you who are reentering in the community. Last thing I want to say specifically to our returning citizens, thanks for taking a shot back on this community. Let's make a go of it. You're a part of a family, and Cuyahoga County is all one county. We are all Cuyahoga. Thank you very much. Let's go. Thank you. It's now my honor. I appreciate you. It's my honor to introduce Michael Hauser, our county councilman. Thank you.
Good morning. I am honored to be here today. I want to welcome you all to the first ever Reentry Housing Summit. I am also a CMSD and CSU graduate. I got my master's from CSU. My capstone, ironically, was about how much money the county could save if we educated people at Tri-C instead of locked them up. It was millions and millions of dollars. I think this is a step in the right direction. As a county, I think it's important. You show your compassion, not, what you do for people in times are good, but when people are down, how do we lift them up? How do we find housing? Housing is more about somewhere to live. It's about the foundation of someone's life. It's about stabilizing someone in the community. It's about really investing in people. And so we're not just talking, this is action. This is a small step in the action to really create these partnerships from landlords to nonprofits to organizations to everyone in between. And so I've been a reentry advocate for a year. I want to commend Director Best and Camille for all their great work. If you guys need anything from me and the county, County Executive Chris Ronay will agree. We are here to help. We are here for a purpose. We are really here to empower people. Housing is super important. It's the foundation. It's hard to look for a job if you don't know where you're going to sleep that night. And so I am honored to stand here with you all. I appreciate you guys for coming out. And I'm super happy they didn't put me last. They put me before. You usually bring your best person in. Councilman Richard Starr. We're in War 5, Big War 5, as he likes to call it. We're in War 5. Reentry is super important. Poverty and reentry are correlated. And so without further ado, I'd like to bring up Cleveland City Councilman Richard Starr to bring us home.
See, you adjusted the mic for me. Y'all peeped that, right? So since I'm up here and County Executive and County Councilman Michael Hauser said the best for last, I mean, I have to be on my best behavior. And what I mean by that is I grew up in Ward 5. I grew up in the central neighborhood. I grew up in an area where a lot of individuals are coming home from prison, but then they are committing the same crime over and over without having the resources in place to help them. So when I was able to join Cleveland City Council about 3.5 years ago, I've been able to connect with Simeon Best and the Reentry Department, as well as Camille, to figure out what can we do? What should government be advocating for? How do we make sure our people in our neighborhood is getting the resources to them no matter where they are at? So when you talk about building Pathway Home Housing Summit, this is to talk about action. Getting all the organizations in the room together and figure out what we need to do to help one another. We can't just all be sitting here talking the talk. We must walk the walk. And reentry is not just a 1-month thing. It's an everyday thing because somebody is coming home every day, and we need to make sure they have the tools necessary to be successful. So a couple of things that I definitely want to share today is today we are gathered with a passion and a purpose to unite community leaders, housing advocates, service providers, and individuals with lived experience from all across Cuyahoga County. Yes, Ward 5 is in Cuyahoga County, so we must do the work that we need to do. Second Chance Housing is a beacon of hope for individuals returning home from jail, offering vital benefits, reducing recidivism, promoting reintegration, and housing stands as a pillar in the journey towards transforming those returning from jail into empowered, self-sufficient members of society while decreasing the risk of homelessness and reoffending. We're going to break that cycle in Cuyahoga County. And as I close, I want you to understand, when you work with government, when you open up to your elected official, it's up to you to hold us accountable. It's up to you to advocate for those who do not have a voice. And as long as I'm an elected official, I'm always going to use both my ears to listen, but also I'm going to come walk the walk with you so I can do my job to make sure housing is not just something you offered, it's something that you need to be successful in life. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you for this partnership. Thank you, Cuyahoga County Reentry Department, for always listening and working with us. Thank you, Cuyahoga County Executive Chris Ronay. Thank you to my colleague, my partner, my brother, Cuyahoga County Councilman Michael Hauser, for always working together, because we're going to continue to do this in our neighborhood. Let's get something done today. Thank you.
Can we just give it up for all of those civic leaders and community leaders? We appreciate them. We appreciate them for their support. I'm just loving what I'm seeing here on a Monday morning. We really thank you, appreciate you all. Building Pathways Home Housing Assistance Winter Announcement. This is what we're doing next. So as you've heard, more than 40% of individuals booked into the Cuyahoga County Jail have a record in the Homeless Management Information System, indicating a critical overlap between incarceration and homelessness. It is not by chance that we are hosting a housing summit in the heart of downtown during Reentry Awareness Month and to culminate Fair Housing Month. We are here, we're all here for a reason. Whether you are here to learn, network, or see what is being offered, we are all here because we want to be about this change. We want to help support this change and do something about it. So I have two of my staff members who are here, Marcus Bell, our reentry administrator, and Camille Hendricks, who runs our communications and outreach for the office. And they're going to come and take us further in this part of the program.
Good morning. It's a great Monday. Our Rapid Reentry Housing Funding Program was created with a clear mission to provide immediate, temporary financial relief and stable housing options for justice impacted individuals and their families as they return back to Cuyahoga County. Stable housing is a cornerstone to a successful reentry. It reduces recidivism, promotes family reunification, and opens the door to employment and education opportunities. We recognize that the program's one-year release timeframes means not everyone who needs support can qualify and receive assistance. This is why we introduced the Building Pathway Home Opportunity, which is today, that is complementary initiative to expand access to housing support for those who may fall outside of the eligibility window. Ensuring that more individuals have a fair shot at rebuilding their lives, regardless of when they came home. Both parts of the program further affirms our commitment to creating a more inclusive, supporting, and equitable reentry process. Our team of reviewers, inclusive of Office of Reentry staff, Cuyahoga County staff varying from different departments, and students from Kent State University read more than 200 applications of individuals seeking assistance. We were able to choose and award 5 individuals to receive around $12,000 in assistance. Camille will now come forward and read a brief snippet of each applicant.
Applicant number 1, B. Swovelin. Her application reads, I was incarcerated at NERC for 2.5 years and was released in February of 2021. During my time there, I participated in a program called Chopping for Change, and before my release, I was offered a job in Cleveland. The idea of moving to a city 2 hours away from my family, especially my 2 children, terrified me. If you choose to help me, it will relieve some of the constant worry I have about whether I'll be able to pay rent and keep a roof over my son's head. It will give me a chance to focus on building a stable and prosperous future for us. If given this opportunity, I will prove to you that I'm deserving of it. I am committed to continuing to fight for my future and helping as many people as I can along the way. B. Swovelin is our first recipient. Our next recipient, J. Tate. Her application reads, I'm living proof of the harsh realities of collateral sanctions, and I'm struggling to overcome the obstacles that come with it. My reentry journey has been fraught with challenges. This assistance would be a lifeline, enabling me to stabilize my housing situation and focus on rebuilding my life. I am eager to regain my footing and become a productive member of society. Your support would play a vital role in a successful reentry. J. Tate. Our next winner who's not able to join us today, his application reads, I recently completed my sentence at Cuyahoga County Jail, and I'm actively working to rebuild my life as a productive member of the community. After being incarcerated, I participated in rehabilitation programs like substance abuse counseling, job training, domestic violence to maintain a positive disciplinary record. I am now fully committed to remaining sober and contributing positively to my community, for myself, and for most of all, my 4 children. I believe this housing program will be a critical factor in my successful reintegration and would greatly appreciate the opportunity and assistance in proving that to you. A. Battles Jr. Winner number 4, L. Revere. Application reads, I'm currently taking all of the necessary steps to become a restored citizen. I have been looking for a job in my field, and I really need this housing assistance as a continuation to taking the necessary steps to restoring my life. This is not in the application, but we did find out today that she started employment today, but she was able to join us here. And so we're super excited about that. And then, I'm sorry, that was L. Revere. And then our last winner, L. Smith. Her application reads, I've been home for over 20 years, but the barriers never stop. I haven't been able to catch a break for the last 2 months because I'm living paycheck to paycheck. My rent is much higher than it was for my original apartment, and I know that things will get better eventually, but some help is greatly appreciated. I've been overcoming battle after battle. I recently had issues with my car, and so one problem after another problem after another problem led to the situation that I am now. When I saw the posting about the assistance, I immediately thought of a few people in the community that could really use the help. But as I listened to the criteria, I thought to myself, I too could use the assistance. It's crazy because even after being out of prison for over 20 years, the barriers just never seem to go away, no matter how good you're doing. L. Smith. And then we'd like to briefly bring up L. Smith to come and accept the awards on behalf of all of the recipients. She's going to give us a small speech.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lakeisha Smith. I want to thank the Office of Reentry for this opportunity. When I saw it, I was like, I know so many people in the community that can use this. Then I read the criteria and said, no, I can use this. Even after being out of jail 20 years, I have committed my life to helping the community. I still face barriers every day. When they say, hey, do you have a record? Yes, I do. But do you want to hear the great things that I've been doing for the past 20 years? Or do you want to talk about what happened 20 years ago? So I'm excited about this whole reentry month. Usually reentry month is like a week and it comes and goes. I want to give a huge shout out to the Office of Reentry because this month had just showed me how much growth the city, the politicians, the community is all doing to really help people get back into the community. So I want to thank them, thank you, and everybody else here for just believing in second chances and for doing the work constantly to bring those second chances to life. Thank you.
Let's give all the recipients a round of applause again. This is big, right? This is a huge opportunity. If you guys listen to the stories, you see that it ranges. So not just individuals that got released yesterday is still facing barriers. The individuals that you see as far as 20 years, sometimes 30 years or longer, is facing some of those same barriers. So not every recipient was able to be present today, but we'd like to congratulate them and wish them well on their reentry journey. We hope this assistance will have a positive impact on their path forward. While we recognize that the support we are offering may not solve the entire problem, it does reflect our unwavering commitment to finding solutions. Today, it's 5 individuals from Cuyahoga County, Office of Reentry. Tomorrow, we hope it's 10 from another partner. and in 6 months from now, 50 from another. Or maybe it's one today, one tomorrow, and one the day after. From you, and you, because it truly takes a village to address the housing crisis we won't fix all in one day. As we close out today's program, we want to once again congratulate our recipients. Each of them represents strength, resilience, and the power of second chances. This support is more than just assistance. It's a step towards stability, towards dignity, and towards a new beginning. We are honored to walk alongside each and every one of you along this journey, and we remain committed to ensuring that justice-impacted individuals across Cuyahoga County have access to the resources they need to thrive. Thank you all for joining us today, for your partnership, your advocacy, and your belief in the work that we are doing. Together, we are building Pathway Home. As we conclude this press conference, we invite you all to stay with us as we transition to the next portion of the Housing Summit. We will continue our agenda with lunch, our fireside chat, breakout sessions with a wealth of information, and a roundtable discussion focused on actionable solutions and collaborative strategies to address the housing and reentry challenges. Once again, we congratulate you guys, and we thank everybody for coming out. Give us a few seconds. We're going to exit the room and go see some of the wonderful tables of partners and providers that's here today. We'll take a quick 15-minute break. Okay, and we'll be good. So I'm going to have Camille come up here, but one more round of applause.
So that concludes the press event. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you.